I'm Sonia Shrivastava with the City of Bowie, and today I'm being joined by Deputy Police Chief Dwayne Preston of the Bowie Police Department. And we want to talk to you about something that we have touched on before here, and that is theft from autos. And it looks like in the last 3 months, we've seen about 80 of them here in the City of Bowie, and the problem is only getting worse. And we're going to talk to Deputy Preston about that. Tell me about this issue, and how is the police department working around it?
Sure. Well, first I want to say thank you, Sonia, for allowing us to highlight this issue. This is something that is a very troubling issue and trend that we're seeing here within the City of Bowie. From the same time period that we're talking about, from May till present day, this year we had a total of 56 theft from autos. We've had 80 this year. That's an increase, of a significance. And of those, most of those vehicles are unsecured. Over 54% of the vehicles that we are handling these incidents of theft from autos are unsecured, meaning that people are leaving their vehicles unlocked. So we're contributing to that issue and allowing easy access to criminals for things of value. And so what we're asking is that, that you remove your valuables from plain sight inside of the vehicles, or take them out of the vehicle altogether. And please, you have to help us by securing your vehicles.
This video behind me, we want you to look at this video that was taken on July the 14th. This video shows a very blunt robbery. Person gets into the car, the keys are already in it, and we can see that one of the flashlights came on, and the person is not deterred at all. Talk about this.
Right. Well, what we're seeing is, and we're fortunate that at least we do have the value of having some security cameras that, that our residents have. This aids us in hopefully leading to an identification or providing some leads. These cases are very difficult for us to investigate, as oftentimes we're left with very minimum leads to follow up on them. So we encourage residents to be mindful of the things that are going on in their neighborhoods, report things that do not seem to be right, suspicious, out of place. No matter what the issue is, if it's small, it's not too small for us. I want you to report it to the police department to allow us to come out to make the determination of what exactly is going on in the neighborhood.
In that video, we saw a bunch. There was probably about 5 or 6 guys. You can see the getaway car, then you see another person running. Do we have any information on who they are, or have we seen this type of is this a gang? Have we seen this before?
Right, we won't necessarily classify it as being a gang. We are following leads, and we have not actually identified any potential suspects at this point in time. However, this is consistent with how a lot of these crews or organizations operate. They generally will come out together, and they usually hit a particular neighborhood in quick fashion. Several vehicles are usually impacted within a small geographical area.
When we were talking off camera, you were saying that chances are that they are not from Bowie, that this is somebody who comes in from the outside, and they take advantage of the fact that this is a very suburban neighborhood. People are leaving their cars unlocked thinking that they're safe, but then they're taking advantage of that.
Right, and what we've seen is that because Bowie is a community which, as I call it, a sleepy town, meaning that, usually, people are not up and about in the late hours or the early morning hours of the morning. And therefore, it makes it very difficult for us to observe any criminal activity. That's why we do encourage security systems to review those often, to share video with us. We do have a partnership with Ring that we will start to ingest video and be able to, analyze that video for any potential leads that may help lead to an arrest of any potential suspects.
Okay. Now, due to the rash of these kind of, incidents, has the Bowie Police Department stepped up any patrols at night, or are you paying specific attention to the neighborhoods where this is happening?
Right, and we have. Well, we've increased our patrols, and we're. But there's no rhyme or reason in terms of the pattern. So this is something that's happening throughout the city. So it makes it very difficult for us to cover the entire city with the resources that we do have. Obviously, the city is over 18 square miles. That's a lot of landmass to cover for a crime that occurs only in a matter of seconds or minutes. So we're asking our residents to work with us to also be our eyes and ears to report anything that is suspicious or out of the ordinary, so they can help us to work on this problem together.
Okay. Now, we do want to mention one thing is that video that you saw was taken on July 14th. And since then, there have been 2 other vehicles that have been stolen. So really the best policy here is please lock your cars. Make sure at night you set an alarm or something. And the Bowie Police Department does send out an alert to remind folks of that. And if you follow them on Facebook, follow the City of Bowie on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Stay connected to us. I'm Sonia Shrivastava for the City of Bowie.